Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing this look for you. I wanted to do something a little more easy. I know I can be like, I'm that person who does a lot of dramatic kind of makeup looks. It's just what I really love. But I know it's not for everyone. And I also always wear fake eyelashes, I swear, like literally every day. Like if I do my makeup, I'm putting on fake eyelashes. So I wanted to switch it up and do something more soft. Today I went with like a full matte eye look, like really glowy, pretty skin, no eyelashes today, just mascara, just to kind of switch it up for you guys and do something a little more simple and easy in case you are not the type of person who loves my really dramatic looks. I know, again, that's like what I do. I feel like a lot of my looks, if I'm known for something, it's like very winged out dramatic eye looks. So I just wanted to switch it up in case maybe that's not your thing and you want to do something a little more natural with me. Then here it is, something really soft and matte and natural. I used today probably the best, or one of the best, neutral all matte palettes ever, and that is the Juvia's Place Warrior 2. It has such the perfect array of tones for like any type of neutral matte look. You can go gray toned, you can go really warm, you can go more of like neutral brown. It's got a black and a really light, almost white color, and then a bunch of different variations of browns, again, warm to cool. So this to me is like one of the most perfect all matte palettes ever. Because of just like this perfect range, and they're all very pigmented and blend very well. So I do highly recommend this palette, and that is what I'm gonna be using today on my eyes, and then just a bunch of other random stuff on the rest of my face. So I hope you guys like this one. Please subscribe if you're new, if this is your first video of mine. I'd really appreciate it. I do as many videos as I can a week, generally Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, but it all kind of varies. But yeah, I'd love to have you here. So please subscribe if you're new. Please give me a thumbs up because that helps me a lot, please. And let's just get into this makeup look. Alrighty, so to start off this look today, I'm gonna be doing, as I always do, priming my eyes, so boring. Today I'm gonna use something different though. I'm using my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I've been using my e.l.f. one so much that it ran out. So I haven't been able to get a new one, so we're gonna use this today. Alright, so of course for today's look, I'm going into the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I know I've been using a lot of Juvia's Place on my channel lately, but their eyeshadows are so good, so sorry, not sorry. I cannot pronounce any of these names, and I'm not going to try to and make myself look like an idiot today. So, as usual, I'll have a picture up in the corner of what exactly I'm using. So I'm starting out with the lightest creamy shade in this palette, and I'm going to start off by taking this kind of above, or not above, but across the brow bone area, and then all the way onto the inner corner. I don't know what's going on. This concealer keeps like, it's like sticking to something. It's like my eye is dry right here or something, and it's getting like crusty. That never happens, that's kind of weird. But anyways, I'm taking this color, like I said, all the way on the inner corner, really dabbing that in and building up some intensity there. And then I'm going to blend it, like I said, all the way across the brow bone. My brows are not plucked. I'm kind of letting them grow out just a little bit right now before I repluck them again, just because I felt like I had them a little too thinned out, and I want to build up that thickness again. So if you see a bunch of little stragglers here, I'm sorry, but I'm just going with it right now. So now I'm going to take the grayish light brown shade in the bottom middle of the palette, and with the Morphe M504, I'm going to start building this up all the way across the crease. Next, before we go in with the darker colors, this is just something you guys probably see me do quite a bit. I just like to do this when I'm doing a look like this. I don't know why. I like to go in with a pencil liner. This is the Morphe liner in the shade Bar, and do like my little wing so that I have like a base for my deeper colors, and I like will know better what shape I want to go in. And then this will also help really to build up the intensity of those deeper shades, so that when you put them on, they come on stronger from the get-go. And then I feel like I get more of like a super blended smoky look when I have this liner underneath. So, like I said, I'm gonna do like a little chunky wing. And then I'm also gonna take this in the waterline and the lower lash line across the entire bottom of my eye. I'm then gonna take a Morphe E36 brush, and I am going to just really subtly and nicely kind of buff out this liner. Once that is all blended out, I'm gonna go into the deep kind of neutral brown in the palette on the same exact brush, and I'm gonna start building this up in the crease as well to build up some depth. Now this brush is very big, so if you don't, I don't know, if it's harder for you to get like a lot of control with your eyeshadow and all that kind of stuff, you can go with a smaller brush, absolutely, because using this big brush like I am is definitely more of a challenge when you're doing this, but I just kind of wanted to use minimal brushes. So I'm taking this dark brown and just kind of letting it kind of flow with the first crease shade we had down, kind of layering it up a little deeper in the crease, just to give us some depth there. And then I'm also bringing it out like in this outer corner area as well. Again, we're adding that depth into the eye look. And I'm making sure I kind of pull it out a little bit because I want this to be just a kind of subtle winged out moment here with our eyeshadow. I'm gonna go back in with that same shade and the smudger brush again and pull that deep brown shade along the whole entire lash line on the top as well as the bottom. And here we're kind of setting that liner and adding a little more depth. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the black shade in this palette. This black shade is so freaking dark. It is so dark. Like when I first watched this, I sort of like gasped, honestly. Like I was not expecting it to be so pigmented. So just to warn you, when using this, it packs a lot of color. So I'm just going to layer that along the liner just a little bit. Again, I'm like adding some little depth. I don't want to go like too crazy, but I definitely want to add a little bit more depth here. And then I'm going to go back in with the cream shade that we started with. And I am going to apply this sort of in that open space we have left at this point on the lid. It's being layered very subtly across the inner part of the liner to sort of lighten that up a little bit. And then again, just kind of dabbing it there, blending it over a little bit. And then you can kind of go back and forth with your other brushes to make sure it's still really soft and the light color's not like taking over. All right, so that is it for the eyeshadow. Like I said in the beginning of the video, so simple. So now I'm just gonna put on like a coat or two of mascara. I'm using my e.l.f. Plump It Up mascara, which you guys know I love so much. I like this mascara because it's so dramatic that on days like today where I'm wanting to really just kind of keep it a little more simple and not do fake lashes, I feel like I can still get the drama I want by using this mascara and sort of getting that very like voluminous long look without actually having to put on lashes, which is kind of weird for me. You guys know I always put on lashes, but it's kind of nice also at the same time to not have to. Okay, so I'm gonna fill in my brows really quick. I'm just gonna use what I've been using a lot lately, my Anastasia Brow Duo in the shade medium brown, and then I will be right back. All right, so for my face makeup today, I wanna go in with first foundation. Obviously, I'm gonna use my ABH foundation today because I haven't used this in probably a couple weeks or at least a couple videos on my channel, so I want to switch it up. And then I'm just gonna blend this in with a big old like paddle type foundation brush. I just keep noticing all the differences happening in my skin and I'm so freaking happy about it. Like I have never been so confident like with the way my skin looks. Now I'm the type of person where if I'm not like, you know, going to work, if I'm like just like I need to go to Walmart or something, girl, I will just go. I will go in my pajamas looking a damn mess and I don't care. So it's not that I don't feel comfortable with my natural self going in public and looking a hot mess, but I will definitely say I feel even more confident, you know, in my skin without makeup right now than I ever have before, I feel like. I'm just noticing so much difference with the products I've been using recently. And so I'm thinking I actually want to do a skincare video. I don't even know the last time I've done a skincare video. I might have like years ago, but if I have, it's been so long. And I just, you know, before, in the past, whatever, I've never felt like super confident in my skin to the point where I felt like I was a person who could like give you guys advice on what to use. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like my skin isn't really great, why would I give people skincare advice? You know what I'm saying? So I never did before, but now I'm feeling so confident in the way my skin is looking lately, how product is laying on my skin, how my skin looks after having makeup on for a while. I'm using my ColourPop concealer again. So I think I finally feel confident enough to talk about what products have really been working for me lately. I know I mentioned some of them, but I want to kind of do like a full rundown of everything in terms of my skincare routine, from like what face wash I use, makeup remover, like everything. You guys already know obviously about the Polish Choice liquid I've been using that so many of you guys actually recommended to me, but I kind of want to go through the other stuff too, like, and give you just a quick rundown of like my full routine. So if that is something like you would actually be interested in, let me know in the comments section. Like I said, I finally feel like I'm at a place where I feel confident in my skin, so I feel confident doing a video like that. For powder, I'm just using my favorite, my Maybelline. Really quickly, I'm gonna set the rest of my face with my, should it focus on me? With my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is the shade Medium Golden. I always like to use this because I definitely feel like it gives you an even smoother kind of look to your skin. But this shade being just like a little darker than my natural skin tone, it also, I feel like, kind of livens up my skin, especially since that Maybelline powder is a lot lighter to give me that like brightness I like. This just sort of brings the color and like liveliness back to my skin. For contour today, I'm gonna actually go into something different than usual. This is the Charlotte Tilbury FILMSTAR Bronzing Glow. So fancy. And then, yeah, I'm gonna use the contouring shade out of here. I like this for like a more natural look. On like a medium to light skin tone, I like this. It's kind of got like a, you know, like a lot of bronzers are super brown toned, or they're more warm, like red undertones. Some can have like an orangey. This is more, I feel like, a true-ish like contour where it's got sort of this like, it's hard to describe, like a pinky brown, and it's not like pink, but I hope that makes sense. Like if any of you are familiar with, for example, MAC, they have a blush called Harmony that a lot of really light skin tone people can use to contour. This has sort of got that same vibe that I feel like Harmony has, where it's like a brown, it's kind of neutral, but it's almost got like a little pinky undertone to it. It doesn't look like blush or anything, but I feel like just that kind of more neutral pinkiness to it makes it look more natural, I guess. For blush, I'm gonna go into my BH Cosmetics Glowing in Grease palette. And today, I'm just gonna use the lightest one, just to give me some, you know, obviously color, but nothing crazy. I feel like I'm a little bright right now, hold on. Is that better? I feel like it was a little looking bright in the camera. I'm gonna spray myself with my Morphe setting mist just to kind of lock everything in and give more of a skin-like finish in case anything is too dry. I saw Nima Tang had a, she did like a IGTV video. I don't know when it was from, but I just was like watching it today. She put so much mist on her face. Her face looked like just dripping wet. And then she like dried it off and it looked amazing. And that's kind of like what I'm going for today. All right, and once that's dried down for a highlight, I'm gonna go back into this Charlotte Tilbury palette and use the highlighter color in here. Another one of those products that when I'm going more natural, this is nice to use because it's not like a super blinding highlight. It's more of like a natural, wet looking highlight. Random story, guys. At this point in the video, you see me looking here, I literally felt like a presence. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I'm super like sketched about like ghosts and shit. I totally think they're real, but it was just so weird because I literally heard like a creak in the floor right next to where I was sitting, and I felt so strongly like someone was literally standing there. It was so creepy. And then for my lip today, to keep it really simple, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop what is this? Lippie Sticks in the shade Dream Date. And I got this because of Royal Beauty Christie. This is apparently like one of her favorite lip colors. I've been like bathing my lips today in the Bite Beauty lip balm, but they still look dry. I just don't get it. I've reapplied it like 20 times, I swear. And then just to add a little shape, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Oak lip pencil, just super lightly. All right guys, that is the final look. I hope you enjoy this one. I like this video a lot. I love going a little more simple like this. And it's still like a full face, you know, still a lot of makeup, but it's still got some elements that keep it a little more simple and easy to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.